Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my Stamping is Fun channel. Today I have a fun card for you. It's actually a fun fold called a triple flip card, and it features the Dandy Garden suite. So let's get started. This is my triple flip card. It features the stamp set, Dragonfly Garden, the Dandy Garden DSP, the braided linen thread from that set, from that suite. And I've also cut out some bees. I've done a lot of the prep work because I really wanted to focus on how to make this base. So the first thing we need to do is do some die cutting. You start with a half sheet of cardstock. We're going to score it in the middle at 4 1/4 and then at 2 1/8. Now here's a card base that I have started, and I will show you how to make the flip element of this card. So the first thing that I did was I measured to find the center point of the card, and I made a mark, and you can see it here at 2 3/4. Then with my layering squares, I used the scallop, the fourth smallest scallop. So this is the first smallest, the second, the third, and the fourth. And that's this die. That's the one I used for this. And with some washi tape that I've kind of touched to make it not so tacky, I placed my die and I eyeballed to to see where the halfway point was. I did that for this one, and I cut it, and then this one, and then I'm ready to cut the third, and I wanted to show you how I did that. Now, you have to be very careful, or you can end up like this and cut all the way through, and then you don't have your flip element. So don't do this, and I'm going to show you how to avoid cutting all the way through. So I'm going to place it so that it's centered right and left. So from this cut to this cut, I want a similar distance. And because I've already rolled it through, I can kind of see a faint line up here where the top of the die should go. So once I have it in where I think it should go, I'll use my washi tape to hold it down. And now it's time for my die cut machine, my cut and emboss machine. So once I have my die in the proper position, bring in my die cut and emboss machine, remove the top plate, and place my cardstock here. I'm going to take a sticky note and place that right along the score line and to use as a guide. Now with my other clear plate, I'll slide that all the way in and right up to that sticky note, and that helps me with the placement of my die, my plate. So now it will only cut on this side of the cardstock. It won't cut on the other side, and it won't cut all the way through. If you place the plate on the whole entire die, it will cut through, and you'll have that mistake that I made. Don't be like me. Then we can remove our sticky note, remove our die with the washi tape carefully. And there we have our mechanism for our triple flip. I've done some of the prep work already with stamping and fussy cutting. I fussy cut 2 of these bees from the Dandy Garden DSP, which these 2 pieces also are from the Dandy Garden DSP. I stamped some butterflies on these. These are 1 1/4 inch squares in Memento Black. I did 2 of those. And then I stamped For a True Friend from the Dragonfly Garden. So there's the butterflies from the set, and For a True Friend, also from the Dragonfly Garden. From the Touch of Ink, the free celebration set, I stamped this Hello Friend. Now the stamps in the front of this set are much smaller than the actual stamps. So I think they're about 50% smaller. So you can see this hummingbird compared to what it looks like on the front. It is larger stamps, and this is has 17 stamps, so they're large stamps. So that's a really great deal during celebration. So I took a piece of Bumblebee cardstock at cut 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. I layered on a piece of the Dandy Garden DSP. It's 1 inch by 5 1/2, and then I used some of the braided linen from the Dragonfly Suite to tie a bow around that. For the white cardstock is 2 1/2 by 5 1/4, and the DSP is 2 by 5 1/4, so they overlap about 1 inch. So now I'm going to assemble. So with using my adhesive on the back, I'm going to put this piece inside. And the color coordination is just fabulous. So this card base is Mossy Meadow, and which picks up the Mossy Meadow in the Dandy Garden DSP. And then the Bumblebee matches the Bumblebee color in the Dandelions on this DSP. And the Mossy Meadow, of course, matches both the DSP and the card base. So I'll just layer this in here. Adhere that. Hold it while the glue activates. And then I'm going to put a bee here. I'm going to For a True Friend, and these trinkets, these are the ladybug trinkets, also from the Dandy Garden. They're very, very cute. I don't know if you can see these. Just the details on them are just fabulous. So I took a glue dot to adhere that, the ladybug, and here's some butterflies. So I'll adhere this with some adhesive. And the square with more adhesive. And then our butterflies, the final one on the front. And for our flip, we'll open the card. Now I'm going to put my bumblebee at the bottom, butterflies at the top. And then Hello Friend in the middle. It's a lovely card. Any of my friends would be happy to give this, and I would be happy to send it to them. And the final B at the bottom. And there's the card. Visit my blog at stampinghair.blogspot.com to see other fun creations similar to this one. I hope you enjoyed my triple flip card. Subscribe to my Stamping is Fun channel so I can bring you even more fun projects. And remember, stamping is fun. Bye.